Year 2020 has been complicated for the most of us, yet it does not fail us to provide thrilling and remarkable Korean dramas. So let's start to count down the top 10 Korean dramas of 2020. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for our newest updates.
왜 왔어요? 나 오늘은 업혀 갈 것 같은데.
등이 꽤 넓어요. 승차감이 좋을 거예요.
Coming in at number 10, My Unfamiliar Family. Family issues should be resolved immediately, otherwise, it can actually lead to a more serious problems. This drama begins in a not-so-great situation, where members of the family have some disputes and misunderstandings, added by their parents' problem who wants to file for divorce. Their paths will be far apart, causing them to seek people to lean on. Here they'll get closer to other people, to the point that their family becomes more like a stranger, and to other people they're comfortable with, they consider it more like a family. Watching this wonderful drama will definitely penetrate your hearts. Can this family still be reunited? And what other secrets in the story will be later revealed?
수기 씨. 수고했어요.
At number 9, Hospital Playlist. Life doesn't give a damn whatever your profession is and will surely challenge you even more in difficult times. Just like the main characters featured in our story, Lee Ik-jun, An Jong-won, Kim Jun-won, Yang So-kyung, Cha Song-hwa, the 5 doctors working at Yulja Medical Center who have been friends since they entered medical school. Although they are skilled when it comes to their jobs, they still face various challenges and trials at the hospital. They're not the typical doctors we usually know. They devote their spare time to their passion for music through band sessions. Every week, they meet in the basement to practice and perform South Korean 90s music. There is also no doubt that they really love their professions, as well as valuing someone's life. Follow and be inspired by how their hearts are touched as they treat different people every day. At number 8, Hyena. Yoon Hee-jae, a lawyer who rose to fame when he defended and won a major scandalous case in the country. At first, you would think he is a rude and arrogant lawyer because of his demeanor. But in fact, Yoon Hee-jae was a man of principle, with the ego to defend and bring proper justice for his clients. On the other hand, Jung Gyum-ja, a female lawyer who will do anything, right or wrong, to win the case for the sake of money. Here's where the excitement begins. Jung Gyum-ja plans to capture Yoon Hee-jae's heart, to seek and gather information in an ongoing divorce case regarding to their couple client. Can Yoon Hee-jae still defend himself against the trap Jung Gyum-ja has prepared for him? In your opinion, whose ambition do you think will prevail?
윤변. 야, 이따위로밖에 못하냐? 응?
At number 7, Mystic Pop-Up Bar. Long time ago, a girl named Wolju had the ability to read someone's dream. One day, the queen called her to cure the prince from an unknown illness. She discovered that vengeful spirits are bothering the prince on his dream. Many disbelieved and spread misinformation about what Wolju saw. They only thought she was just trying to seduce the prince. This led to the point that her mother was killed by an assassin who she must have been the target. Wolju eventually commits suicide in a sacred tree. But 500 years later, it turned out that there was an appropriate punishment for what she had done. She needs to resolve 100,000 resentful souls to pay for her guilt. At the present time, Wolju now owns a bar called Mystic Pop-Up Bar that helps people fix their problems by manipulating through their dreams.
오빠들 안녕? BJ 월드 왔어요. 어머! 양탁가는 기반장님 별풍 100개 감사합니다. 구독 좋아요 눌러줄 거지?
Coming in at number 6, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, is a simple message from a psychiatric hospital where Moon Gang-tae works in a psychiatric ward. Moon Gang-tae lives with his older brother named Moon Sang-tae, who has autism. They've been moving from one place to another every year as if someone were chasing them. Their mother was killed by an unknown person, and in that event, Moon Sang-tae himself witnessed the incident. But when the police asked him what the killer looks like, Moon Sang-tae just kept saying it was a butterfly. On the other hand, Ko Moon-young is a famous children's book author. She is indeed a self-centered, arrogant woman. Ko Moon-young and Moon Gang-tae will meet at an unexpected time in the hospital. Eventually, the two of them will know what exactly is their connection to each other.
근데 안 좋은 추억일수록 여기에 더 오래 남는데.
At number 5, Backstreet Rookie. The day when Choi Dae-yeon was stamped by a woman was also the day he met Jung Set-byul. Way back then, Set-byul was really a troublemaker even though she was still in high school. She was surrounded by boys, but Choi Dae-yeon was still there in her mind, keeping her distracted. This happened due to an incident in front of a convenience store. It was the time when Set-byul and her friends decided to ask Dae-yeon to buy them some cigarettes. But Dae-yeon immediately insisted that they were just minors and should use their youth to a good use. 3 years passed. They met again at a convenience store run by Dae-yeon, while Set-byul was there applying as a part-time worker. The romantic comedy story begins as they weave and question their lives to become an adult dreaming of the future.
야, 조심 좀 하지 그랬어. 어? 아파?
At number 4, My Holo Love. Holo is an AI hologram technology that 100% looks like a human but can only be seen by wearing a special eyeglass. These special glasses were accidentally found by Han So-yeon, a lonely woman with a low self-esteem. She was first shocked and frightened at the person she saw beyond the glasses. But after spending time with it, So-yeon gradually became attached to the holo and eased the sadness she felt. Things get really more complicated. When the heartless AI holo thinks that he has some feelings for So-yeon. Meanwhile, Go Nando, the physical resemblance and the creator of the AI holo, tracked down where the missing glasses went. What other confusing events can take place when these three meet? And is it really possible to form a real love between an AI and a human? At number 3, The King, Eternal Monarch, a romantic fantasy drama that is initially confusing but will eventually impress you. Set in 2 parallel worlds, Lee Gon, the king from the Kingdom of Korea, crosses the border between 2 worlds where he meets Jung Tae-yeol, a determined and strong personality detective from the Republic of Korea. Thereafter, the same person named Lee Lim who committed serious crimes. Lee Lim was the one who killed Lee Gun's father and also tried to take Lee Gun's life when he was young. He seeks to possess a legendary flute which was believed to give eternity, but only half of it fell into his hands and the other half was in Lee Gun's possession. Lee Gun and Jung Tae-yeol will join forces to catch Lee Lim. But how can Lee Gun survive in Tae-yeol's world if he doesn't even exist? At number 2, Itaewon Class. Watch how the quote, "treat your enemies with kindness," becomes a reality. Park Sarayi life's story began as a student whose life was ruined because of the rich bullies at his school who used their power to abuse. They managed to expel Seruyi from school and fired his father from his job for not just apologizing for something he did right. But when it got to the point that his father died in an accident caused by his former classmate, he did something undesirable out of anger, which resulted in his arrest and imprisonment for violent assault. There he decided that once he got out of prison, he will surely destroy the people who oppressed his family. This drama is about revenge and the importance of your loved ones. We all know that having hatred and revenge is not a good example, but the story will show us that you can still beat your enemy in a right way.
이번 달 심각하네.
직원이 무섭게 생겨서가 아닐까요?
이게 아까부터 진짜 안주가 허접해서라니까.
안 들려.
And for the number 1, Hi Bye Mama, a fantasy drama that is sure to touch your hearts. The story of Cha Yuri, who was given a second chance to live again in 49 days after 5 years of being a ghost. Her mission is to regain what she lost as a mother and as a wife, that if she succeeds, she can be human again. Cho So-wo, Yuri's daughter who grew up without her. Cho Gang-hwa, Yuri's husband who used to be jolly but became anxious when Yuri died. A big problem for Yuri's return is her husband's remarriage. She will realize that the position she wants to occupy is being filled by Oh Min-jung, her husband's new wife. Will it be a test for Yuri whether she chooses her own desire or her husband's happiness? So that's it for today's list. Leave a like if you enjoy our video and don't forget to subscribe to be updated for more upcoming top 10 videos. See ya!